Let's turn now to some local races. Here with us now is our political analyst, Professor Fernando Guerra from Loyola Marymount University. Thank you so much for being back with us. Thanks for having
me. Yeah, sure.
And let's talk about some of these local races.
Right.
First, some county measures, M and A.
Sure. So, as everybody knows, there are 17 measures statewide, right? But then there are many local measures at the county, city, school district, and even community college district level. And so you have to understand which ones you're going to vote for. Obviously, if you live in LA County, there's going to be two very important measures, Measure M and Measure A. Measure M is for the Metro or the MTA, and it's a half-cent sales tax, which will produce a ton of money and allow rail to continue, transportation, and even money back to some of the cities for street improvements. It's a major project. It's transformative. It's been controversial. The key point is it needs 2/3, 66.7%. Last time they put this measure on the ballot, it got 66.6%.
Wow.
Talk about close. But it's very important for the County of Los Angeles, and there's a lot of people out there in support of it, including the Mayor Garcetti, most of the Board of Supervisors, many council members, but there are also some opposed to it because they think their area doesn't get as much. So really interesting to see, again, potentially transformative for the County of LA.
And Measure A, the
Measure
parks.
A, it's a parks, it's a property tax, a parcel tax, and it will go to improve parks. We currently have two parcel tax, one that just ended and one that's about to end. So this one, it really takes the place of that. Okay. It's a little bit more than those two, but not that much more. And it's about, improving our parks, expanding our parks, maybe even buying some property for parks. Again, very important for the quality of life of Los Angeles County.
And what about if you live in the city of Los Angeles?
Right.
A couple of important measures
right.
there, too.
In the city of Los Angeles, there are 4 initiatives, 2 very important ones. One is called HHH, and that's really about the homelessness. It allows the city to build homeless shelters. Right now, the city has not been doing that.
It's the county's job, typically.
Right. Well, it's the county's job to service them. And so what this measure does, it allows the city to build them, but not to provide services. Then the county will step in and provide the services. But they want to have a location where services can be provided. Very important. It's become an important issue for the mayor and for the city council and for the people of Los Angeles, but they need the resources to act on that initiative.
Is the county ready to step in and provide those services?
Yes, the county has. Yes, the county has said so. They do have the resources. It's this whole idea of doing a holistic approach to provide the services in one location and to not have the habitual homelessness of certain individuals.
And the affordable housing measure goes.
Right. This affordable housing measure does not directly build affordable housing, even though it says affordable housing. It says that if any developer is going to build apartments of more than 10 units, that they then have to provide certain amounts to be affordable housing, and that they have to provide certain types of wages. Both the Chamber of Commerce and almost every business group is against this measure because they believe that it will increase the cost of apartments by 23%, and that they'll actually lead to less building of housing than the proponents will say will lead to more affordable. And so it's a big debate. Again, all the business groups against it, the unions, and some affordable housing advocates for it. Although there are some affordable housing advocates who are against this because they do believe at the end it'll produce less affordable housing.
And housing's already so expensive here in LA County.
Yeah. Too convoluted of initiative, really, in my mind, to be on the ballot. It's something that the political system, elected officials should be taking care of.
Rather than leaving that one
Correct.
up to the voters.
Right.
Let's switch now, Professor, to the national election, the presidential race. We've been hearing from Donald Trump this whole week for the first time, maybe talking about losing, and he says that the system is rigged. Is that possible? Well,
I think he means it in 2 ways. That he's using the word rig. When I hear him rig, I hear him say biased. That the system is biased against it.
That's different than rigged.
Right, but he uses such a strong word. He's basically saying that there's going to be fraud. Right? And fraud just does not exist in American elections to the degree that people think. Are there people who vote inappropriately? Yes, it happens. But given the billions of ballots that have been cast in the last decade, we could only find 31 cases where someone voted inappropriately. And that's at the individual level. There is no case that I know of systematic fraud trying to change elections. Number one, it's because we have 50 states and the District of Columbia, we have 51 different systems. And then even within a state like California, every county runs the elections differently. And most, 99% of the system is not tied to the internet. So it's not like you can access or hack the system. And so it's virtually impossible. Now, he could say, and many have said that, look, you just go to one key state and focus on that one, and that could change the election. Let's take a look at Florida in 2000 or Ohio or something of that nature. But even then, it's virtually impossible. It's not an internet system.
Okay. Professor Guerra, thank you so much for your insight.
No, thanks for having me.
Yeah, have you back soon. And stay with KCAL 9 News and KCAL9.com for continuing coverage of campaign 2016. Just a couple weeks left now.